Welcome to Art of Enchantment with Yana Good, to the magical island of Bali. Today, we're going to meet the beautiful goddess of love, the goddess of Aphrodite. What is this life without love? What is the purpose of this life for a woman? The woman is the holy grail of love, so to speak. Her elixir, her nectar, is her ability to generate love in, through, and around her body and to spread it all around her. A woman's major power is in her ability to keep her heart open and filling the space with love. It is her ability to feel every cell of her body and the heart, the soul, and the body of her beloved with the powerful orgasmic waves. All of that can only a woman do. A woman's power is in her right hemisphere, in her ability to be sensual, sexual, present. That is her spirituality. If a man needs to go up into the sky and connect to God and move into the light and do the meditations that lift him up, a woman's meditation is to be sensually present in her womb, in her heart, and in her third eye, filled up with love. The greatest gift of God to man, the greatest gift of God to this world, the greatest gift of God to this universe was the creation of the woman. And the goddess Aphrodite is a representation of that perfect woman and what it means to be a woman of love. The legends share about the goddess Aphrodite that she has three aspects of love to her. The first one is she was born from the ocean. She came out from the ocean naked, and all the gods and all the humans were in awe of her beauty. That beauty that shines and radiates from within and out. So the first aspect of Goddess Aphrodite is the beautiful love. It is how your body flows. It is your ability to move and flow through life with love, with the feminine energetics, and not to run from space to space and accomplish things. That requires the left brain, the activation of the masculine energetic, where you set a goal and you go for it. That's what a man does. But a woman in her right hemisphere feels, imagines, desires, and manifests in some magical way. Because what a woman, and a woman means a womb, right? What a woman in her womb desires, somehow magically the universe says yes. And everything goes her way. Everything flows to her. So the woman creates and manifests in a different energetic vibration frequency. It's in the circular magical ways. It's whatever she desires comes to her. She magnetizes things to her. Because the water is the most magnetic element. If the fire is the sexual energy of the man, the water is the sexual energy of the woman. And if you think about which one is more powerful, let's look at these two elements. The water can be cold, it can be warmed up by the sun or the fire, and can be warm or hot. The water can be like a vapor, and it can be solid ice. So the water is the only element that can shift and change. When you pour the water into any element, it will fill the space. It doesn't have a particular form. So the power of the water in its flexibility and its magic to shift and change, that's the feminine. It's her ability to be everything, is to love everything, is to fill the space with love, small or large, it doesn't matter. A woman can be as small as the drop of the water, and she can be as large as the ocean of love. It is the choice that we make how much love we generate in our womb, in our hearts, in our third eye, and spread all around. These secrets, how to fill yourself up with love, were practiced by geishas, the goddesses of love in Greece, in the temples of love in Rome, in Russia. There were different names for these women, but it was a caste of women that practiced the elementals and their ability to fill up with love and radiate that love from inside out. When I discovered how to do that and I started practicing that, my life changed. My looks are changing. I'm constantly transforming. The more I fill up, the more I expand, the more my heart opens up, the more powerful I feel, the faster everything that I desire manifests, and everything just happens naturally and beautifully. So let's come back to Goddess Aphrodite. Oh, before we come back to her, I want to tell you a little parable of love. One woman comes out of her house and she sees 3 old men, and they're telling her, "We're hungry, would you let us in and feed us?" And she says, "Certainly, come on in." And so the old man asks her, "Is your husband at home?" And she says, "No." And they reply, "We will wait for him. When he comes home, you will ask him which one of us you would like to feed. One of us is wealth, another one is success, and the third one is love." She says, "All right." So when her husband comes home, she asks him, "Which one do you think we should welcome in our home?" So the husband goes, "Why don't we invite wealth? And then we will always have money. Our house will filled up with all the good things, and we will lack nothing." She goes, "Excellent idea. Let's do that. On the other hand, maybe we should invite success. And then we will have all the success, and all the money will come with the success, and we will be happy and successful in every way." And he goes, "Yeah, that's a very good idea too. Let's do that." And then their little girl says, "Maybe we should invite love, and then our home will be filled up with love." The husband and wife look at each other and they go, "Indeed, let's invite love into our home." So the woman goes out and she goes, "Which one of you is love? Please welcome, we will feed you." And to her amazement, the other 2 men followed her. So she said, "But I thought only one of you could come." And they replied, "If you were to invite any one of the other 2, then the other 2 would be left outside and hungry. But wherever love goes, we follow." So the goddess of Aphrodite was the beloved of the gods, the beloved of the people, because she was the goddess of the feminine love. Everywhere that she stopped, everywhere that she stepped, a flower bloomed. So what is that about? Everywhere where her feet touched the earth, a flower bloomed. So think about the deep meaning behind that. That means that whether the space was fertile and beautiful or non-fertile, the flower bloomed, because the goddess of love blessed the place with love. So a flower bloomed. So that to me talks about the how to love. How it's so easy to love someone who loves you, who is kind to you and loving. But when that same person or another one is unkind, unloving towards us, can we still bloom the flower of love in their heart? And how to do that is what geishas have discovered. It's practicing their rituals. I keep learning how, instead of reacting to external circumstances, how to transform first inside of me what I feel, how I feel, and then transform the external through the internal and bloom the flowers of love everywhere. Is it easy? Not always, but it is always incredibly rewarding, and every time I practice it, something inside of me expands. So the third aspect of Goddess Aphrodite is success. Is success through love, the feminine way. Is through attracting everything to her. So here we have these three aspects of Goddess Aphrodite. The goddess of love, and for that I will teach you the ritual of orgasmic in the water. And it is about how to, inside of you, generate this energy of water orgasm. And that will activate your estrogen hormone, which is the hormone of beauty, so that you can forever become this blooming sensuality in a feminine way. So that's the ritual I will teach you first right now. And I will tell you the story a little bit about how to use it. So for example, before your man comes in, before I even open the door, if I know he's not in the best of moods, let's say he's all on fire, he had a tough day and he's just all stressed out. And that's not how I want him to feel, and that's not how I want the energy in the house to be. So before I even open the door, I go into that space of orgasmic in the water, into the space of Goddess Aphrodite. And then when I open the door to greet him, he's like all over the place. And through my eyes is flowing this energy. I'm already all wet, I'm already all excited, but in this waterway, right? And so the moment he gets into that space, this water is all around fire. And what does it do to him? It calms him instantly, and it starts to get exciting, because when the fire hits the water, what happens? The water starts boiling up and it starts evaporating. And so these pheromones that start to come out of you and enfolding him are shifting something in his brain, and he steps from his left brain into the right brain, into the space of sensuality, into a space of excitement, because you are building this field, you're filling it up with your own excitement, and then he cannot think anymore. He just wants to love you. He just wants to bathe in this love that is all inside of you and outside of you. So this practice is very, very powerful. So we will practice this in just a little bit. The second one is the practice of movement in the flow of love. So wherever you go, you can, love follows you, through you, all around you, and then you can bloom flowers, so to speak, in the hearts of men, in the hearts of women, in the hearts of children. Because when a woman is flowing in love, everything around her starts to bloom in love as well, right? So the third practice is the magnetism. I'm not going to teach you this. I will just explain to you that when your womb is clean and when it is filled up with water and the water is charged with pleasure, whatever you feel, whatever you desire, whatever dream is born in your womb manifests instantly. Yes, sometimes it takes time, but for me, as I lifted and raised my waters up to the level 5, at the level 5, everything started to manifest right away. And then I lifted it up and raised it to level 6, and I don't even think anymore about manifesting anything. It's a magical space. I just now live freely and I flow freely, because there is a deep awareness and deep knowing is that what I desire desires me. I don't have to anymore put any effort into it. There's this space of deep knowing that this is my truth, this is my reality, this is the only way to live. So this way, we cover the 3 steps of the Aphrodite. Through the ritual of water orgasming, you are turning up her first element, being the goddess of love in your body. How to be beautiful and bloom. With the second one is how to flow in the water, how to walk like that, talk like that. Your voice will even change when you start flowing. And all of your movements changed, how you feel in your body will change. And there are 2 ways to do that. The geishas have a technique, and I have discovered a technique for myself. So I will try to share both of them with you, if I have time. And to really become magnetic in the womb program, in the womb cleansing program, and video number 4, I share with you how to turn on your magnet. I teach you how to turn the magnet. And when you do that energy in your womb will generate, and then whatever you desire in that space will manifest itself. Also, the ritual of love that I've created, that you can only start practicing after you have cleansed your womb, and then you've learned all these 4 programs, all the 4 elements. You didn't just learn, you practiced them for a while, and you can feel how you can generate the energy. Then you can do the ritual of love, and what it does is the most magical experience of all. In 30 seconds to 1 minute, you activate all the elements, you harmonize them through your body, and you expand your love into the space, towards the creator and to everything. And it charges you up so powerfully that whatever you desire manifests rather instantly, because all the elements are harmonized at power, and you're connecting to the powers of the universe. So, but do not rush. Don't think that you just want to do everything right away. Everything requires some time. Practice makes perfect. It's about building your energy. It's about expanding your energy and becoming in power of your energy. So if you're ready, we're going to begin to learn how to become orgasmic the water way.